When discussing the greatest golfers of all time, one name inevitably surfaces: Jack Nicklaus. Revered as the Golden Bear, Nicklaus's influence on the sport is both profound and enduring, touching every facet of the game from competitive play to course design and philanthropy. But just how good was Jack Nicklaus actually? Jack Nicklaus, born on January 21, 1940 in Columbus, Ohio, grew up in the suburb of Upper Arlington. Of German descent, he was the son of Helen Schoner and Charlie Nicklaus, a pharmacist who ran several businesses named Nicklaus Drug Store. Nicklaus attended Upper Arlington High School, where the mascot, coincidentally, is the Golden Bear, a nickname that would later become synonymous with his golfing legacy. An all-around athlete, he was an honorable mention All-Ohio basketball player and received college recruiting interest. He also excelled in football, baseball, tennis, and track and field. Nicklaus discovered golf at the age of 10, and his first 9 holes at Scioto Country Club resulted in a score of 51. Under the mentorship of club pro Jack Grout, who had connections with golfing legends like Byron Nelson and Ben Hogan, Nicklaus honed his skills. Even a mild case of polio at age 13 couldn't slow him down. By the time he was 12, Nicklaus had won the first of 5 consecutive Ohio State junior titles. He broke 70 at Scioto at 13, becoming the youngest qualifier for the U.S. Junior Amateur, and by 15, he set an amateur course record at Scioto with a score of 66. At 16, he won the Ohio Open with a remarkable round of 64, competing against professionals. Nicklaus's early years were marked by impressive victories, as he secured 27 events in the Ohio area between the ages of 10 and 17, showcasing his prodigious talent and setting the stage for his future as a golf legend. In 1957, Jack Nicklaus won the International JC Junior Golf Tournament after narrowly missing the title the previous year. This victory marked the beginning of his impressive streak of 44 consecutive U.S. Open appearances. At 18, he made an impressive debut on the PGA Tour at the Rubber City Open, tying for 12th place. He also secured notable victories in the Trans-Mississippi Amateurs and the North and South Amateur at Pinehurst, showcasing his burgeoning talent. While attending Ohio State, Nicklaus's amateur career flourished. He won the U.S. Amateur twice and the NCAA Championship, making history as the first player to win both titles in the same year. His remarkable performances included a dominant win at Pebble Beach and a stellar showing at the Western Amateur. Nicklaus made a significant impact at the U.S. Open, finishing second with a record-setting score for an amateur and earning praise for his consistent under-par rounds. He also tied for 13th in the Masters tournament and finished 4th in another U.S. Open, establishing himself as the top amateur golfer of his era. Representing the United States, Nicklaus excelled in the Walker Cup, winning all his matches, and reached the quarterfinals of the British Amateur. He was part of the victorious U.S. Eisenhower Trophy team, setting a record at Merion Golf Club. Recognized by Golf Digest as the world's top amateur golfer for 3 consecutive years, Nicklaus solidified his dominance in amateur golf. Jack Nicklaus officially turned professional in late 1961 and embarked on his PGA Tour career the following year. Initially, Nicklaus considered remaining an amateur to emulate his idol, Bobby Jones. However, he recognized that to be regarded as the best, he needed to compete more frequently against the top players. Shortly after turning professional, Nicklaus's future agent, Mark McCormack, described him to Melbourne Age writer Don Lawrence, who dubbed the large, strong, and blonde player as the Golden Bear. This nickname, which became synonymous with Nicklaus, also has roots in his high school mascot at Upper Arlington High School in Ohio, where Nicklaus played on several athletic teams, including captaining the 1956 state champion golf squad. Regardless of its exact origin, by 1963, the nickname had firmly stuck. Jack Nicklaus's breakthrough victory in his 17th PGA start came at the 1962 U.S. Open at Oakmont, where he faced off against Arnold Palmer in a dramatic Sunday playoff. Despite the crowd's support for Palmer, who hailed from nearby Latrobe, Nicklaus clinched the win by 3 shots, pocketing $17,500. Modest compared to modern purses like Gary Woodland's $2.25 million in 2019. This victory, featuring just one 3-putt green over 90 holes, made Nicklaus the reigning US Open and US Amateur champion. At 22, he was the youngest US Open winner since Bobby Jones in 1923, a record held until Jordan Spieth's win in 2015. The triumph thrust Nicklaus into the national spotlight, heralded on the cover of Time magazine, and ignited his iconic rivalry with Palmer, which captivated TV audiences. By the end of 1962, Nicklaus had also won the Seattle and Portland Opens and tied for 3rd in his first PGA championship. With over $60,000 in earnings, equivalent to $604,356 today. He made all 26 cuts, notched 16 top 10 finishes, and ranked 3rd on the PGA Tour money list. His stellar rookie year earned him Rookie of the Year honors and a win at the inaugural World Series of Golf, adding another $50,000, equivalent to $503,630 today, to his haul. In 1963, Nicklaus captured 2 majors, the Masters and the PGA Championship, becoming the youngest Masters winner and the 3rd youngest PGA champion at the time. These victories, part of a season that included 3 additional wins, such as the Tournament of Champions, helped Nicklaus finish second to Palmer on the money list with just over $100,000, equivalent to $995,217 today. He also teamed with Palmer to win the Canada Cup in France, where he was the low individual scorer despite heavy fog shortening the event. Although 1964 saw no major wins for Nicklaus, he topped the PGA Tour money list for the first time, narrowly beating Palmer. At the Open Championship at St. Andrews, he set a record for the lowest final 36-hole score with rounds of 66 and 68, finishing 2nd. He also set a final round record at the PGA Championship with a 64, but placed 3 shots behind the winner. That year, Nicklaus competed in 31 worldwide events, securing 6 victories and 7 runner-up finishes, achieving 21 top 5 and top 10 placements with only 1 missed cut. He also defended the World Cup team title with Palmer in Hawaii, once again finishing as the low individual scorer. In the mid-1960s, Jack Nicklaus cemented his legacy with back-to-back Masters wins, becoming the event's first consecutive winner and the youngest to claim 2 and then 3 green jackets. His 1965 triumph was particularly spectacular, breaking Ben Hogan's 72-hole scoring record and winning by 9 shots, a margin unmatched until Tiger Woods in 1997. Bobby Jones hailed Nicklaus's performance as the greatest in golfing history. Despite Augusta National making the course tougher after his 1965 win, Nicklaus still emerged victorious in 1966, winning an 18-hole playoff. That year, he also led the PGA Tour money list and continued to dominate, showcasing his consistency with multiple wins and top finishes in various tournaments worldwide. Nicklaus added the Open Championship at Muirfield to his achievements, completing the career Grand Slam at just 26. This milestone placed him among the greats like Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, and Gary Player, with Tiger Woods joining later. He also secured another World Cup win and maintained his impressive form across numerous events. In 1967, Nicklaus claimed his 2nd US Open title at Baltusrol, breaking Hogan's 72-hole record. His final round featured a dramatic birdie on the 18th hole, securing his place in history. That year, he also finished strong in other major championships and led the PGA Tour money list again. Teaming up with Arnold Palmer, he won another World Cup, continuing his streak of excellence in international competitions. After his 1967 US Open win, Jack Nicklaus experienced a brief major drought, securing his next major title at the 1970 Open Championship at St Andrews. During this period, he consistently finished high on the PGA Tour money list, with his best placement being second and his lowest fourth, though he would have ranked higher if Open Championship earnings were included in the official standings. Notably, he was runner-up in both the 1968 US Open and Open Championship. Nicklaus debuted in the Ryder Cup in 1969 at age 29 due to eligibility rules. His memorable match against Tony Jacklin ended in a tie after Nicklaus made a key putt and then conceded Jacklin's, ensuring the overall match was tied. Following this, Nicklaus improved his physical condition by losing 25 pounds. In early 1970, Nicklaus's father passed away from pancreatic cancer, which motivated him to rededicate himself to golf. 5 months later, he won the Open Championship at St Andrews, triumphing in an 18-hole playoff against Doug Sanders. His victory was highlighted by a dramatic 380-yard drive on the final hole. That same year, Nicklaus won the Piccadilly World Match Play Championship and competed in 23 events, winning 4 and securing 10 top 5 finishes. Despite a perceived decline, he was ranked the world's top player from 1968 to 1977 based on McCormack's World Golf Rankings. In 1971, Nicklaus made history by becoming the first golfer to win all 4 majors twice with his PGA Championship victory. He also won 4 additional PGA tournaments that year and set a single-season money record. His performance inspired future golf stars like Nick Faldo. Notably, he achieved a career-low score of 62 in the Australian Dunlop International. In that following year, Nicklaus captured the first 2 majors of the year, the Masters and the US Open, sparking speculation about a potential calendar year Grand Slam. He won the Masters with a strong opening round and secured the US Open at Pebble Beach with a remarkable 1-iron shot that struck the flagstick. This victory tied him with Bobby Jones for career majors, although he didn't complete the Grand Slam. Nicklaus finished the year with 7 tournament wins and 3 runner-up finishes. Jack Nicklaus continued to rewrite golfing history in the 1970s. By winning the PGA Championship in 1973, he surpassed Bobby Jones's record with his 14th major victory and became the first player to win a tour event on a course he designed. That year, Nicklaus was named PGA Player of the Year for the 3rd time and broke new ground by earning over $300,000 in a single season. Teaming up with Johnny Miller, he also secured another World Cup victory. Can you imagine winning 7 times in just 20 events with 14 top 5 finishes? In 1974, Nicklaus claimed victory at the inaugural Tournament Players Championship and earned a spot in the World Golf Hall of Fame. Though he didn't win a major that year, he still managed 4 top 10 finishes in majors and placed second on the money list, with 2 wins and 13 top 10 finishes. 1975 saw Nicklaus starting strong with wins at the Doral Eastern Open, Sea Pines Heritage Classic, and the Masters, where a dramatic 40-foot birdie putt on the 16th hole secured his 5th green jacket. He also triumphed at the PGA Championship at Firestone Country Club. For his stellar performance, he was named PGA Player of the Year for the 4th time and ABC's Wide World of Sports Athlete of the Year. He finished the year with 6 wins and numerous top 5 and top 10 finishes. Despite competing in only 16 events in 1976, Nicklaus led the PGA Tour money list and won the PGA Player of the Year award for a record 5th time. However, his streak of 105 consecutive cuts made on the PGA Tour came to an end. 1977 was marked by the thrilling Duel in the Sun with Tom Watson at Turnberry, where Nicklaus finished second after shooting an incredible 65-66 in the final rounds. That year, he achieved 4 top 10 finishes in majors and won his 63rd tour event, surpassing Ben Hogan, while becoming the first player to earn over $3 million in career earnings. He also claimed victory at his own memorial tournament. During the 1977 Ryder Cup at Royal Lytham and St. Anne's, Nicklaus played a pivotal role in advocating for changes to make the event more competitive. His proposal to include players from continental Europe, backed by key figures in golf, was approved, significantly broadening the selection pool and enhancing the Ryder Cup's competitive legacy. Who could have predicted that one suggestion would reshape the future of this prestigious event? In 1978, Jack Nicklaus achieved a milestone that solidified his legendary status by winning the Open Championship at St. Andrews, completing the triple career Grand Slam. Only Tiger Woods has matched this feat, making them the only players to achieve 3 career Grand Slams. Can you imagine the pride Nicklaus must have felt, especially considering it happened at his favorite venue, St. Andrews? That year, he also notched 3 other PGA Tour victories, including an impressive win at the Jackie Gleason Inverary Classic, where he finished with 5 consecutive birdies. His performance at the Tournament Players' Championship, despite tough weather, and his 6th Australian Open victory rounded out a phenomenal year that earned him Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year title. 1979 brought a rare slump for Nicklaus, as he failed to secure a PGA Tour win for the first time in his career. But true champions rise from setbacks. Nicklaus spent the off-season honing his skills with his lifelong coach Jack Grout and friend Phil Rogers, focusing on his swing and short game. This dedication led to a spectacular comeback in 1980, where he claimed record-setting victories at the US Open and the PGA Championship, showcasing his exceptional putting. From 1981 to 1985, Nicklaus continued to shine in major championships, securing 7 top 10 finishes. Although his PGA Tour victories were fewer, his flawless 4-0-0 record in the 1981 Ryder Cup and leading the US team to victory as captain in 1983 highlighted his enduring impact on the sport. The pinnacle of Nicklaus's career arguably came in 1986 when he won his 6th Masters title at the age of 46. His dramatic final round, with a stunning back nine performance, earned him his 18th and final major title. This victory is celebrated as one of the greatest moments in golf history, showcasing Nicklaus's lasting skill and competitiveness. Transitioning to the Senior PGA Tour in 1990, Nicklaus didn't miss a beat, winning the Tradition, a major on the senior circuit in his first start. His success continued with multiple senior major championships, culminating in his 100th career win in 1996. Although he never captured the Senior Open Championship, Nicklaus's senior career was marked by consistent excellence and remarkable achievements. How many athletes can claim such a dominant presence across both their primary and senior careers? Nicklaus concluded his illustrious playing career in 2005, making his final appearance at the Open Championship at St. Andrews, a venue he held dear. His last competitive tournament in the United States was the Bayer Advantage Classic in June 2005. Throughout his career, Nicklaus left an indelible mark on the sport of golf, earning recognition as one of the greatest players in history. What are your thoughts on the legendary Jack Nicklaus? Is he the GOAT? Let me know in the comments, and thanks as always for watching.